Following the death of the good Pope John Paul I succeeded him as the first pope to ever use the first in his reigning name, and the first to have a double name, a means of honoring his two immediate predecessors. He is remembered for his friendliness, his humility, leading him to be called the Smiling Pope. He died only 33 days later. But as long as we're on the topic, let's talk about the death and election of other popes. In the past, funeral masses of deceased popes were celebrated within the confines of the Vatican Basilica. But more recently, Paul VI, John Paul I, and John Paul II have had their funerals outside so that the public could watch. The funeral mass marks the first of 9 official days of mourning, called the Novum Diales. For these 9 days, masses are offered for the repose of the deceased. As for papal elections, the College of Cardinals we know today is a relatively young development. In the earliest days of the Church, Peter handpicked his successors, Saints Linus, Anacletus, and Clement. In 498, the controversial election of Saint Symmachus as Pope led to him calling a synod of the Roman clergy, which issued the decree of Symmachus, banning any and all discussion of a Pope's successor during his lifetime. For 5 centuries following this decree, popes were generally chosen through popular election. Sometimes the candidates were simply chosen by whomever received the loudest applause. Until the 11th century, control of the papacy was disputed among several rival Italian Roman families, leading to the election of several corrupt or incompetent popes. Only after the Gregorian Reform of 1059 was the College of Cardinals assembled with the exclusive prerogative of proposing candidates.